Welcome in early heads. Welcome in early heads. Welcome in early heads. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? You want to hear something crazy? My internet speed is 3 times stronger than it usually is. What the fuck? I literally did nothing. What? What? What?
Сложные щиба, там, где не светит выгода. Петли, кредиторы, свары и споры. Доставить надо, но не положили приборы. Хоккей мы за плечом, шутеры скоро. Один свинчий гол, красный, черный. Не расслабляйся даже, когда долго в теме. Тем более, когда долго в теме. Поджог немец, сделан в Китае. Продан за рубль, не идет на канале. Селедка под шубой.
What is up, chat? What is up, chat? What is up, chat? I gotta cut the music a little bit short today because I'm very, very late, and today's gonna be a relatively short stream, like 2 hours and a half. What is up, beautiful people? Cuphead and Comrade Internet got 100 motherfucking consecutive views. That's crazy. God of Negativity, a beautiful new member, got 7. Thank you very much. Do we have any subs to start us out? No, that is okay. Welcome in chat. Welcome in chat. Welcome in chat. Shirt twins. You're wearing the same one? Fucking. Wait, let me figure this out. What the fuck? 1 moment. For some reason, chat, there's like turning on the camera because of the microphone. Don't get to see me naked until 10,000 subs. Thank you, Alberta Socialist, for the prime. Welcome, my friend. There you go. That should be better. Where can I buy that shirt? Theprogramshop.com. Okay, I'm back. Not naked. Not naked. Okay. Guys, techie people in chat, help a brother out here. Usually I am at exactly 2,760 kilobytes per second on OBS upload. It's always the exact same number. It's either 2,680 or 2,750. Right now, it's 6,200. I didn't pay for a better package. I mean, I got the best package I can buy. Of course, I'm going to be stingy when you guys give me so much oil. But why is it much better now? How does that work? I'll check it out. Hvala, brate. Somebody help me, or is this just magic? Is this magic technology? To upgrade version of OBS? I did, but like a couple of weeks ago, my friend. So I don't understand what's I don't understand. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. Thank you, Palmer, for the 21 months, almost 2 years. I've abandoned Twitch a little as I'm touching too much grass. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But I always remember you, Brat. Thank you very much, Bratemoj. Thank you very much. And I'm glad you're touching grass. That is lovely. That is. Beige mask is a little odd. This is brown. I always wore. I've worn this mask like 1,000 times. It's freaking you out. It is strange masky. Yeah, no, my lighting is a little bit different because the sun is shining outside like I don't know what. So I'm not turning on the light yet. Herd mask can hurt you. There you go. Already the shit mask jokes. Let the universe's blessings come. That's a nice update. During gaming, the bit rate is a bit low to be. Y'all make the custom chat mask yet? No, we're still working. I'm waiting for the designer to finish with the new deprogram merch. Then I'm gonna meet up with him. Gonna try and impregnate your guys' ideas. Anyways, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If anybody's died since the last stream, please do tell us in chat. Because as we all know, whether you end up in heaven or in hell, you will have access to this beautiful community no matter what. There's a reason they call us the most international political show on Twitch, because we also have demons in here, okay? We're cross-dimensional. Herringbone fabric, possibly. I mean, I don't think I'll have that much choice in fabric. Have you ever watched Masky Show, Soviet-Ukrainian sketch comedy? No, no. Are the demons hot? I mean, look around. Most people in my chat are very hot. Socialism is when the church is concrete poured into a mole. Poser. Very principled, very vague. What's this article? Don't worry, guys. We will start out, of course, with our 48-hour recap. But this is interesting. New EU report finds that Spotify's algorithm is erasing artists from Southeast Europe. Advocacy group Music Equality yesterday shared their findings from a new research from the European Commission showing that Spotify systematically devaluing the music exports of 11 countries in the Balkans, basically, by shutting them out from algorithmic discovery. The EC report, published in March, found that even when... Dude, our music too fucking good. They don't want it competing with the Yanks, man. Did you hear the shit we dropping? I mean, you'll learn about a lot of Balkan music, and I usually play extremely mainstream stuff because when you're listening to music in a language you don't understand, the gaucheness of it being a mainstream song is lost on you. So I'm not gonna, and you don't get the additional context of an edgier thing. They found that even when fed with local music recommendations, the algorithm consistently fails to amplify local cultures, all by ignoring centuries of history and important contributions to music such as Bulgarian jazz and Serbian folk. UNESCO recognizes on its tangible heritage register. The system does not amplify local culture, it dilutes it every time for every country. Same music equality, pointing out that the problem is especially acute for smaller markets that share languages with larger ones, as in the Balkans. Spotify does not currently have any editors focused on music in the region, which includes all these beautiful countries, and the result is almost no visibility on the platform's most valuable playlists for a population of over 55 million people. A list of demands has been written out. It controls how 60% of music. No, this is very fucked up because, like, Balkan music has the ability of being as mainstream as Latam music, right? It is relatively easy to consume even if you don't speak the language. It's got that a very interesting combination of Latina beats, more Eastern, like Turkish, what people would call Turkish. That's a very broad term. Beats as well, like a bunch of stuff. It's right in the middle of the planet, basically. So it's getting inspirations from all over the place. The particularities of Balkan history allow it access to having such an like extremely diversely influenced culture. So that translates into music, and therefore I think the music can be consumed by quite a lot of people, right? Quite a lot of people can enjoy it. But also keep in mind that I don't know what the logic is, honestly, because I'm thinking like, okay, they're competing with other artists and they want to block them out, because it is the very interesting thing about being a very popular music star in the Balkans is that unless you're caught by some schemy piece of shit bourgeois uh, producer slash record holders, is whatever the fuck they call it, like a record label. Thank you. You can make crazy amounts of money because a little known thing known as Yugoslavia. Okay, all the countries in ex-Yugoslavia listen to each other's music. So when you say, "Oh my God," like how can you make money even from views on YouTube and listens on Spotify in a country of 6 million people? What, like a max 500,000 are going to listen? But no, some people from Croatia, people from Bosnia, people from Macedonia, people from Montenegro, people from Bulgaria, hell, even people from Romania listen to Serbian music, and vice versa. Okay, so the market really is 30 plus million people. It's a very, very sizable market. On top of that, it's a culture that is obsessed with music. We listen to music 24/7, no matter what we do. Non-stop. Non-stop. There's this strange stereotype about, Balkan people being like very cold. It's more of like an Eastern Slavic stereotype, which I also don't agree with, but it's more common there. We're really not. We're fucking super emotional. Like, if you really want to stereotype us, we're closer to a fucking, again, stereotype of like a person from Central or Southern America. Again, these stupid stereotypes. Oh my God, they're emotional. I'm not saying I believe that shit. But I'm saying if you're going to pick a stereotype, like stereotype us that way, because we're closer to that one. So what I'm trying to say is I don't get why Spotify will do this, because it's a lot of money for Spotify to make on the Balkan Peninsula. So it's interesting. Less need to pay out for Spotify. I can confirm it is pushing me just English titles. You see how strange that is? See how strange that is? Because now I'm thinking like a straight up capitalist. Thank you, Alan Pedder, for posting this. Is that really your last name? I just said that. Alan, you beautiful motherfucker. But oh God. Alan Pedder wrote an article on the Balkans. Thank you, Pedder. Very nice of you, Mr. Pedder. But yeah, it's very strange. So even if we put our capitalist hat on for a second, it makes no sense. Like, why would you not want to make money from the like? Get it? Like, I don't get it. My boy put me on Bobo Revic in middle school, and he's Croatian. Fuck yeah, dude. There you go. It has. There's two things three things, but okay, the cuisine. Everybody says their cuisine is good. Blah blah blah. And those countries' cuisines are good, so it's kind of like a no-brainer. But two things that the Balkans have not managed to capitalize on somehow is tequilifying rakia. So doing something with rakia, like rakia has the potential to become the new mezcal very easily. Just a winter mezcal, they're fucking idiots for not being able to pitch that. And music, like that that shit would sell like hotcakes. Again, I'm comparing us to our brothers, sisters, and enemies from Central and Southern America, but we should be inspired by them because they managed to teach the rest of the world to drink fucking tequila and to listen to, Latino música, right? Sick. I think absolutely the Balkans has, of course, it's a much smaller region, but it has the ability to copy that to an extent because it is uh, relatively easy to consume, both on the large domestic market, but also abroad. Anyways, welcome in chat, welcome in chat, welcome in chat. It is your boy with the ahoy. Today's gamma target is 4,850. I think we can reach it. Today's daily Western tax count is 0. Who will be the first Westerner to pay their taxes? It's always the hardest to be the first one, but when you do it, the chat goes purple, and I'm incredibly grateful. And so is our team. Weekly Western tax count, we are at 16 out of 30. We will be streaming today, tomorrow, and on Sunday. Let's see if we can reach it. Today's goal, let's keep it at a nice, modest 21. So I want 5 Western taxpayers. That would be incredibly, incredibly generous of you guys. Before we start, shout out, of course, to the Reaction Podcast. Thank you very much for all of you who have been giving us incredible feedback. Exclamation point reaction to see the show and get the links, or use the QR code on screen. Now let's start the recap with the kneecap. 24th of April 2026, produced by Cuphead Socialist, our fantastic producer here on the show. Thank you, Brew Talsmash. Love that name. I also like Brew. Okay, if you're reading this chat, this was written last night, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate it. Unhand me foul menace. I'm trying to type chat. They are taking Cuphead is dead. So who is this Cuphead? Doom 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 doom. We would not really know, would we? I mean, I've been texting Cuphead so fucking long that I think I would recognize if it was somebody. You know how you know that it's Cuphead? Like you unless they drop like the dumbest fucking old person meme or joke, usually including shitting, coming, farting, pissing, usually one of those, at least 3 times a week, then that's not Cuphead, okay? Cuphead just random, like it's just, and it comes out of nowhere, and it's like these puns, like these mom and dad jokes all the time. It's fascinating. It's almost so smart. It's stupid. It's almost so stupid. It's smart. What's up, James from the internet, fellow old man? How you doing, beautiful? Anyways, Nika with the recap. Thank you, Cuphead. Iran war has reached day 56. Remember, it was supposed to only last a couple of days. That'll start out. Al Jazeera. Trump has until May 1st to obtain congressional approval under War Powers Resolution to extend the Iran war past 60 days. France 24, Israeli-Lebanese so-called ceasefire agreement extended by 3 weeks. Press TV, Red Crescent says U.S. pirated ship in Sea of Oman has vital kidney dialysis supplies. Reuters, Pentagon email floats suspending Spain from NATO and other dubious punishments. Oh no, Spain said. No, don't take me out of this thing that forces me to spend an insane amount of money for guns. Not me, Spain, the famous place where we love to go to war that everybody wants to invade so fucking bad. No, don't let, no, please, no. This is a direct quote from the Spanish. No, but we want the NATO. It is part of what we love so much. Yeah. Forbes, feds arrest U.S. Army Master Sergeant Gannon Ken Van Dyke. Every time I read that name, I'm like, I get like, did I just say that? After making over $400,000 on Maduro's capture via POLYMARKET. What the fuck? Wait, what? No way, bratan, bratushka, tavarish, suka, kurac, palac. What? They caught him and they even arrested him. I guess there is some justice in the States. I'm low-key surprised that they would arrest one of their own for making some extra cash. Master Sergeant Gannon Can. I don't know fucking how to spell sergeant. Eat my dick. Thank you for the 70 streak, babies. Let's go. First Oiler. We always get the first Oiler in the first 30 minutes. Let's go. Wait, did I not fucking write it properly? Gannon Ken Van Dyke. Ganonon Ken Van Dyke. U.S. soldier charged after winning $400,000. U.S. Special Forces soldier involved in the military operation that captured Nicolas Maduro has been arrested after he allegedly bet on the removal of Venezuela's former leader before the information was publicly available. But is this even illegal? U.S. Department of Justice is charged this man is a kidnapping terrorist, and the one thing they are arresting him for is fucking duping a gambling corporation. I mean, honestly, come on. Is this a crypto? The allegedly made trades on POLYMARKET that is clear insider trading. Is they calling it insider trading? Is it though? It's insider gambling. Only illegal for non-politicians. This is Martha Stewart level insider trading. But dude, is it though? It's gamba, bro. But then again, so is all stock trading. Van Dyke, an active duty soldier in the U.S. Army stationed in Fort Bragg in North Carolina, won more than $409,000 as a result of his bets. U.S. forces seized Maduro. Van Dyke allegedly placed bets on the timing and outcome of the operation. No, an operation absolute result. All turned a profit, the Justice Department said in a statement on Thursday. Van Dyke has been charged with unlawful use of confidential. Our men and women in uniform are trusted with classified information in order to accomplish their mission as safely and effectively as possible, and are prohibited from using this highly sensitive information for personal financial gain. Now I know 100% that Chinese intelligence agencies and Russian intelligence agencies constantly scoping POLYMARKET, backhand scoping POLYMARKET bets, because the soldiers can't help themselves but reveal information. It's like when the IDF cracked down on their soldiers for stealing a credit card during Gaslit. Yes. I unlocked the key memory unlocked. I forgot that. I suspect they want to send a message to other military personnel not to do this. That military plan get leaked via betting site. That's exactly what it is. I mean, exactly what it is. Stop being so smart, you piece of shit. So, next, CNBC acting Attorney General Todd Blanche. You see how I saw AG and my Balkan ass was like, that's Attorney General. Peak Ameriboo knowledge being deployed. Yay. Reclassifies state licensed marijuana from Schedule 1 to 3. Fucking Christ. We got the ganja. Get the googa. Hey, Cody from Some More News published a vid about this gambling predicting POLYMARKET shit this week. I think that Second Thought is starting a beef with me. I thought we were friends because look at what this piece of shit made. Everything is gambling now. Motherfucker, look at what I have on my screen. You don't get to shoot a brother like this. Piece of shit. The deprogram is over. I am calling it. Motherfucker took a straight attack on my income, dude. Like at least 15% of all subs on this fucking channel come from ethical socialist gamba. This guy makes a video called Everything is Gambling Now. Like, wow, I'm going to make a video about how video essayists are pieces of shit. I'm kidding. I love you. It's probably a great video. Evil JT, call him TJ. You got me situation is crazy, dude. Crazy. Take 5 boys, smoke them if you got them until the nukes start flying. Absolutely. FBI's Operation Gangsta's Paradise leads to over 40 arrests of alleged Mexican gang members. 2 commuter trains collided head-on 40 kilometers. Oh, my God. North of Copenhagen, 17 injured. Good trains, man. 0 dead. Those are great trains. Damn. Damn. Fucking head on? The fuck, dude? A boat capsized in the waters between Algeria and Hispania. At least 17 Somali migrants are dead. Somalia's ambassador to Algeria, Yusuf Ahmed Hassan, confirmed. Another Hassan has dropped. Rest in peace to those who died. Two truths and a lie. ABC. Please vote chat for the one that you do not believe is the true one. This is the only way you can use your channel points to Gamba. Predict, I guess. POLYMARKET. There you go. This is our POLYMARKET. A, B, and C. Can't compromise. Insanity and common sense is B. Iran is backed into a corner and must make a deal. No ships have gotten through the Strait of Hormuz because a very strong and powerful blockade is not letting ships, despite what the fake news say. Iran is very badly begging for a deal. I really fumbled that last one. And A is the Southern Poverty Law Center, one of the greatest political scams in American history, has been charged with fraud. This is another Democrat hoax, along with Act Blue and many others. Like every time I do a Trump impression, I get so confused. Please vote for which one. I mean, bet on which one you think is, what the fuck did I do? Dude, what the fuck? Every fucking time, man. I hope you all bet. I don't fucking know. I literally didn't press anything. For fuck's sakes, dude. There you go. It's C. Congratulations to the guy who just dropped 200,000 on it. I'm so sorry, Cuphead. That was not intentional. Like, what the fuck? No, I need to get a new fucking keyboard. I need to get a new whole computer. Because every time I hit the desk, this fucking thing clicks. I'm sorry, chat. Today's just not my day. Today is really not my day. Ugopnik Twitch. This ragtag bunch of ruffians is known for their swagger, extremely good looks, and are really knowledgeable about trains for some reason. Anyway, fear not, fair traveler, for they shan't attack you if you pay your taxes in Gamba. Pay your taxes right now. Before we get started, can you please provide your full name, debit card number, expiration date, and the 3 or 4-digit code on the back, please? Chat, please insert that in chat. Whoever gets to your credit card information first gets to use your shit. Thank you very much to the legendary Cuphead. And thank you, Father Nuvu, Daddy, as we like to call him, for the first. Is it okay if I call you Daddy? Because everybody that pays taxes is giving mother and giving daddy, okay? Can I call you Daddy Nuvu? Thank you very much, seriously. For you and Cup, thank you very, very, very much. I should do something to improve my fucking mood. Today, we're not going to do that much news. I've been fucking covering the shit out of the news. So today, we're going to cover the news, but through YouTube videos. So, I want to... I know that half of you probably listened to this on Hassan's stream or something, but I'm going to give edgier comments, okay? Because I live like a knife on the edge of the blade, right? I am a daddy. Okay, lovely, Father. Maybe you're a priest. So I'm going to do pubada. We're not calling it PBD. I'm going to do pubada. Dude, my internet speed is again super fast. What the hell, dude? Praise the gods of the internet and the stars and the... Did they put some crazy shit on the moon, man? Did they put some crazy shit on the moon? I mean, I basically live in a NATO country. So I should be getting some shit from the NASA moon thing. It's pronounced NASA, yes. It's pronounced NASA. Count as a Western country now. I am a countryman. Anyways, I just want to see this. You guys want to watch this for a little bit? Which bit is the best bit? Those of you who've watched it, tell me which bit is the best bit. We got John Kerry, we got whistleblowing, we got inside Clinton's White House, we got Trump and Reagan power, we got John's Iran war prediction, woke rights Zionist agenda. Oh my God, he's calling it the woke right. Let's see that. But PBD is like the ultimate lover of Israel. Je suis Tel Aviv. Je suis Tel Aviv, okay? PBD is the ultimate circumcised boy. Come on. You going to talk to the ultimate hater of Israel? Or are they going to argue? Sweet Tel Aviv. All bits get value-tained. Can you do a PBD impersonation of fucking... I can. That would be racist as fuck, though. I do not think I can do a PBD impression without basically doing Persian blackface. Because the motherfucker sounds like a stereotype on steroids, dude. The entire talk was just the CIA guy excusing himself for everything he said before. For real? Pussy boy! Pussy boy bumbaclat. Okay, let's see this.
It is when we're
I don't even know what a Zionist is. What is a Zionist?
I perpetuated an untruth.
Holy shit, I got basically the same headphones. That's crazy. The beauty of being given so many barrels of oil, and so that I can get a producer on the team, so that the producer can tell me to get headphones. And nonetheless, like, Cuphead, guess what? It's plugged into the computer. I was so late I couldn't even get the batteries in. Today is a weird day.
By the way, I don't even know what a Zionist is. What does a Zionist mean nowadays? What is it? It's like an N-word. Like people, God forbid, they say, what would you say a Zionist is?
I think that the definition of Zionism has changed.
Okay.
Now I think it's much more...
Zionism is a fascist, ethnocentric ideology which proposes the superiority of one people over all other people through violent means and colonization. That's it. It's Jewish supremacist fascism. Ooh, there you go. It's the easiest thing to define on the planet.
much more, well, depending on your point of political view, more reactionary or more radical than it was when it originated in the UK in the late 19th century. Now it is political Judaism strictly for political purposes, not for religious purposes, at the cost of everything else. I had lunch yesterday with
oh my God, it's gonna be so great, Chad. I can already see it, dude.
Mother Agapia, who was on...
Zionism is so complicated, dude. We have to have new ones, dude. You don't get it, man. Like, the Nazis don't want to, like, actually exterminate all the Slavs in the East to create Lebensraum. They actually plan on castrating some of them and using them as slaves. Won't you understand this? Is Kiriakou Greek? I mean, by heritage. He's the typical fucking CIA American, Sierracan. That's like, I gotta connect to my roots. I'm so fucking Greek, yeah. Even though you worked for the American Death Squad Association, but he was a whistleblower at some point, which was extremely based. Okay, extremely based.
The Tucker Carlson show a couple of months back. She's a Greek Orthodox. Actually, she's Greek Orthodox.
Dude, he cannot not mention that he's Greek. This man mentions that he's Greek every 12 fucking seconds. Did I mention that I'm Greek, by the way? I'm not simply a Yakubian devil. I'm a Orthodox Yakubian devil. We got crazy low numbers, so that's very strange. Oh, well, God bless.
But she's in the Russian Orthodox Archdiocese of Jerusalem. And we talked...
I think he's Greek, guys. I think he mentioned that he's Greek.
About this. And she said in the 25 or so years that she's lived in Israel, that it's changed dramatically. And she said it's changed dramatically because of politics. The religion hasn't changed in thousands of years. It's the politics that have changed and have made it so
Does Israel as a state exist for 1,000 years? No, it fucking doesn't.
difficult. She asked me when was the last time I was in Israel. I said 2022.
Bro mentions he's Greek the way Yanis brings up the Bretton Woods conference. Everybody who understood that reference, you're very intelligent and have a large cock. But also, you're antisocial and should go outside more, okay?
Was the last time I went.
Just a few years ago.
Yeah, a few years ago. I was actually afraid I wouldn't be able to get in, but I didn't have any problems at all. Had a wonderful time. Was appalled at some of the some of the social situations I saw in the West Bank. I've never been to Gaza. I've never seen it with my own eyes. Didn't have a desire to go, on my own. And it's dramatically worse just since 2022.
Dramatically worse since
For
22.
for Palestinians, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. And
In the West Bank. I mean, in Gaza, obviously, there's a war going on.
Right.
But I'm talking about in the West Bank.
Yeah. Your experience when you went there.
I have to say, I loved every minute of it.
So your experience was a good experience.
Yeah.
So you think the criticism, because it's becoming such a
This guy is such a fucking chameleon, dude. I've seen him in 50 clips scream about how it's a war criminal state, how Benjamin Netanyahu is a genocidal maniac, how these guys are like hell incarnate, how the Israeli intelligence services like proactively spy on the American intelligence services, how they're the most difficult people to work with on the planet. The fuck? What? Dude.
nasty, like it's almost,
Social situations, yes. Colonizing, stealing land, using paramilitaries, also known as settlers. Today, a settler shot a kid in a school. Social situation, bro. The social situation is crassy. Are you surprised? Yes, I am. You know why, my friend Kubashi? Because he's obviously building a brand. When you're building a brand, you got to be relatively consistent. Why I don't build brand. I'm not consistent. I'm just a hater, dude. Okay? Some people call it dialectical materialism. I call it dialectical hate.
I talk to people and some people are like, I don't even go on Twitter anymore.
Mm-hmm. I actually dropped. I mean, I have a guy that runs my Twitter, but I don't go on Twitter anymore.
Yeah, because it's almost like each of the social media accounts, they have their own nasty bots that you attack and do. You know, it's part of the game. You can't have an opinion, not expect people to push back. The moment you say, I believe LeBron James is the worst GOAT of all time, you're going to have people that are going to debate. The moment you have an opinion on that, but I think I'm right. I think he's the worst, greatest athlete of all time because he whines so much and he bitches so much. And go ahead and talk about it. Watch the comment section, right? So we can't be like, oh my God, don't call me out. It's unfair. I feel bad. I don't think that's the problem. We deserve to be called out. Like we deserve to, like what we just did right now. Hey, you said it, great. I addressed it. I apologize, great. We move on and we can have our own conversations together. I just think it's creating division. I just think it's creating a level of division.
This is like watching. I love PBD so much. He's the most basic human being on the planet. Twitter is causing us to fight, and it's creating division because the algorithm stimulates conversations that start scandals and start debate and start very long conversations in which nobody agrees. My name is PBD. I have dropped this wisdom in the year of our Lord 2026. Wait, I didn't realize you were bigoted against Armenians. I fucking hate Armenians. Fucking Armenians, you fucking just fucking Armenians, man.
Divisiveness. So do you think a part of it is
The only people I hate more than Armenians are Persians, and this man is both. Man is both. Who do you hate more, Chad? Persians or Armenians?
that guy?
What? Even System of a Down? That's why I hate Armenians. because
Wonderful. A
they
new
sing
child
about
soldier. I mean, subscribe.
okay. Cigarro, 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 cigarro. Fucking hate Armenians, man. Thank you very much, Barry Balls, for your taxes, my friend. Be like Barry. Paint shirt purple, and I'm going to sing for you. Half Armenian, half Syrian. Isn't he half Iranian? No, he's Persian. That's Persian. Isn't he the fuck? He's half Iranian or some shit. Persian. Oh boy, you're dissing System of a Down. I grew up on System of a Down. Shut the fuck up. One of the most original sounds in history. Yeah, which ethnic group do you hate the most? Can we get a poll? Can we get a poll on your least favorite non-Yakubian subcategories? Because all of you are just going to write different versions of the sound of Yakub. Probably the French and the Albanians will win, but the non-sons of Yakub. Top 10 worst diasporas. A Cuban one. Fucking easy.
Guys are afraid of others getting paid.
Where's this in Guinness? Now System of a Down. L takes.
Like, would you
I love those two things. Those two things at the same time. Fucking incredible.
trust people that are getting paid from a government you don't trust? So let's just say some influencers are getting paid from AIPAC or Israel. Some influencers are getting paid from Russia. Some influencers are getting paid from Qatar. Some influencers are getting paid. You think that's what the fear is, where the market believes that people are paid mouthpieces, that you don't trust them?
I think that's probably a part of it. But I think that the other part, and a very powerful part, is professional jealousy. Yeah, I think I feel very strongly that a lot of this is professional jealousy. I hear it about you. I hear it about Tucker. I hear it about Sean Ryan. People are jealous. They're jealous of people's success. And, you know, what easier thing to do than to just go on Twitter and start yelling about somebody?
Yeah.
When I disagree with you, I am simply jealous. Incredible wisdom being dropped today. Society is polarized. PBD, 1 million IQ take, okay? Take so hot it's causing climate change. Comes in John Kiriakou. And he's like, I got a hotter take. People that disagree with you, actually jealous, actually not standing on business, stupid ass motherfuckers. Systemic issue? Nah, it's just professional jealousy.
There's an influencer. I'm not even going to say her name because she doesn't deserve for her name to be said. Who just out of the clear blue sky attacked me viciously a couple of weekends ago. I was never important enough to attack.
Who is that? Which one? Come on, tell me which one. Is it Taylor? Who is it? God damn it, we were close. What? We're still Candace Owens? Benjamin Natanchushu reveals that he was diagnosed with prostate cancer months ago, but is now in good health following treatment. And people say that medicine is always, like advancing medicine is always a good thing. People come to me, look me straight in the eye, and they're like, we should save everybody. I mean, rest in peace, Comrade Cancer, I guess. Hope he's doing well wherever he is. Davis? I think he's talking about Hassan. Did he misgender Hassan? Because he said she.
Than to just go on Twitter, who just out of, I'm going to say her name because she doesn't
Her name, there you
deserve for her name to be said.
Probably.
Out of the
Oh boy, are you new? You're funny. Oh boy is funny. Yeah, you is kind of new. Somebody give a gift sub to Paboy. Paboy is making me laugh today, and I'm Shitty mood.
Clear blue sky attacked me viciously a couple of weekends ago. I was never important enough to attack. And I've never met this woman, and just came out and attacked. And
Heavyweight or middleweight?
Heavyweight.
So it's a heavyweight. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah.
And I'm a communist. I'm decidedly capitalist, first of all. Nobody's ever in my life called me a communist. And I actually had to chuckle out loud when I read it, that I'm a communist, I'm a spy for the Russians. No, I have a TV show that is produced by a company in Miami, and RT International happens to license it. So they run it, other platforms run it. All of a sudden, I'm a Russian spy. Like, oh, you figured that out all by yourself, huh? Oh, he's got a TV show that runs once a week on this Russian network. He must be a Russian spy and a communist. Like, newsflash, have you ever been to a history class? There are no communists running Russia anymore. Not for a very long time. But, it's just...
Pizza famine and berry. Pizza famine and berry. People call me capitalist, but I'm decidedly communist. I have the opposite problem. I am too good in capitalism. And yet I hate it. What does that say about you, little boy? Okay, so he is decidedly capitalist, and the Russians aren't communists, so huzzah, you stupid hoe. So it was some conservative piece of shit that was attacking him. What's up, Anaconda? Thank you very much, Pizza Famine. That's what I call a resolute taxpayer, okay? Pizza Famine wakes up in the morning, taxes. Pizza Famine before they go to bed, taxes. Pizza Famine making love to their partner, taxes, okay? Oil flowing 24/7. That pizza is oily as shit, dude. Okay, Chad, I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee. I want to see 4,770 gifted sub and return in 3 minutes, or it's going to be emote only for 5 minutes. Oh my God, Barry is aggressive as fuck. Okay, chat, let's, what does he want? He wants 13 more subs. You know what to do. You watch the Louis Theroux Manosphere documentary. I've been covering what this man just covered like for half a decade. So I watched it and it was fine. I guess it's introducing it into the mainstream. Okay, that's good. But like, mainstream media is so fucking late and slow with all of this. But I literally made a fucking videos about this half a decade ago. So nothing new was said in that whole show for people that have been in this space. I'm sure for you as well. I know some stuff. Probably you've been in this space for a while. But other than that, it was very like... Russia does have a communist party in the Duma, yes, but that's a very castrated communist party, my friend. Literally watched the video of the current president, Russian Communist Party, talk literally at Russian capitalists, say that unless they chill the fuck out, we will have 1917 again, which this is the Russian Communist Party, which of course we don't want to ever see happen again. The fuck? I gotta say though, maybe his context was we don't want a civil war to happen again. I guess maybe, right? So he was like, "Yo, Russian capitalists, give something to the people, or we're gonna, or there's gonna be chaos." But I'm pretty sure he meant the leader of the Russian Communist Party said, "Yo, guys, capitalists, can we get a little bit of reform? Because we really don't want no revolution, bro." It wasn't like pay the riot tax or I'm gonna fuck you up. He didn't say it in that context. He said it in the opposite way. He said it like, guys, man, stop fucking overdoing this or they're gonna start making me do a revolution, dude. Yes, it's a very castrated. What's up, Anaconda? Thank you very much, Pizza Famine. That's what I call a resolute taxpayer, okay? Pizza Famine wakes up in the morning, taxes. Pizza Famine before they go to bed, taxes. Pizza Famine making love to their partner, taxes, okay? Oil flowing 24. Dude, this mask looks like shit. You guys were completely right. Holy mother of God, this mask looks so fucking bad. The fuck? Did it shrink? Did I get fucking... I think it shrunk. Wait, 1 second. The fuck? Yes, it's ugly. It's fucking disgusting. Barry emo tone lead, you fucks. Okay. Better? Oh my God. Talk about a completely different aesthetic, eh, chat? Holy shit. Who is this handsome ass man who has removed a bunch of poop from his face? Look at the difference. Much better, right? Something happened to that mask. I wore it a lot. I don't know. I think it shrunk in the washer.
Rolled out of bed. I say this all the time, and my friends hate when I say it because it's mean-spirited, but any slob can roll out of bed, log on to YouTube or Twitter, and criticize. That doesn't mean we have to respond to them.
Yeah, it's
That's absolutely fair, but that's the type of thing that a civilian can say. Your entire job is logging on to YouTube and criticizing things. Man whose entire job is criticizing things says that people that criticize things are very cringe. Krilltacular with the fine. 14 subs and emote only ends faster. You got 9 left. Oilers must save the rest of chat. Their destiny is in your hands, Oilers. Or individual subscribers, of course. Jeez, I really need to go to the toilet.
going to be nonstop. It is not going to be, that's not going to slow down anytime soon. And I wonder,
you're right.
what words no longer carry weight.
I'm going to be with you, chat. I'm going to be looking at my phone. I really got to do the fucking toilet. Oh, my goodness. Dude, today is such a weird day.
I don't know if being called a communist carries the weight of the
No.
80s.
No,
Would you agree? Like,
exactly.
I don't think that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think that
No.
does.
In the 80s, that might have stung a little bit.
Yeah, I like
But
bigot. Today, does bigot have the meaning today of the 90s? I don't think so.
Do you remember this little mini trend on Facebook when COVID first started? Admit to prejudice.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, okay, I'm gonna do this. So I go on Facebook and I said, I admit I am prejudiced against Amish people. I am. I grew up with the Amish. I don't like them. They're mean-spirited. They talk about.
You posted this on Facebook.
Yeah. And people jumped all over me. I'm like, people, I'm joking. It's a joke. What's wrong with you? People need to lighten up.
Yeah.
But this is the current situation we find ourselves in.
We are. It's and I hope. I don't know if with the I do think we're gonna get to a point where you know how today Las Vegas. I don't know if you've been to Vegas. I'm sure you're traveling all the time. Vegas isn't what it used to be 20 years ago.
Not a chance.
You go to Vegas, it's like it's a freaking ghost town. Like it used to be packed.
Yes, it did.
And then you see the stats where they're saying, why is Vegas having a hard time today? And you'll see numbers where they're saying Vegas is having a hard time because kids are no longer drinking alcohol like they used to. Going and hooking up today, I don't need to go to Vegas. There's Tinder.
Yeah.
So everything Vegas offered, I now have access locally, and I'm no longer interested in drinking alcohol like a lot of, maybe I did back in the days. And so to me, I think we're going to come to a point where people are going to go on social media diets. I really believe that. I think people are going to go on phone diets. I think people are going to be like, dude, I am setting this guy aside. I'll come in to get my information that I need. but I'm not going through it the way I was addicted. Just, what do they call it? Is it death scrolling or doom scrolling?
Yeah, doom scroll.
Doom scrolling, just kind of going through it, man. That can really, that probably has some effects on people today.
I think
You
it
about
probably
it.
does. You know what? I'll admit another thing. I doom scroll at night. But, funny thing, the algorithm is relatively quick about determining what interests you. I have never seen one of my own shorts. Never. Not one. What I watch all friggin' night long as I'm laying in bed is people filming in public,
Yeah.
like taking pictures of people's license plates,
Right,
and then the people who are in the cars lose their minds and get out, and then they have to get pepper sprayed, and then the cops come. I love that stuff
Yeah.
because it's all about the First Amendment, right? But I've never seen my own shorts.
Well, I've seen a lot of your shorts. You know, one thing I do is I watch this Jamaican pastor. I've probably seen him preach a couple hundred times. Rob, have you seen that clip or no?
No.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to find it or not. This guy this guy fires me up. He's so funny. But anyways, it just tells you the appetite and what things we're interested in. Okay, so let's go into issues. Iran, war, U.S. I think you were the first one that said 3 days before the attack that it was going to happen. I think you said it on the 19th. Was it March 19th? And the market's like, what's he talking? Do you have that clip?
I took a lot of shit for that too.
Well, you did, but you ended up being right when you announced it. You said, hey, here's what I think is going on. XCI agent reveals U.S. could attack Iran as early as Monday. And you said that on the 19th, 20th. I don't know the exact dates. And Rob, if you have the video, I wouldn't mind showing it because to give him credit that he was the first guy that announced it and it happened. And so how did you know? Where did the information come from?
The truth is, I've got a friend at the White House. I have friends at the Pentagon, friends at the CIA, friends at the FBI. And this was the criticism too, Patrick. A guy posted a comment like, "Oh, we're supposed to believe that people just walk out of the White House and walk up to this criminal and tell him classified defense secrets?" And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what you should believe because that's what happened. So I've got friends all over Washington. I've been in Washington for 44 years, right? We're all neighbors and we hang out together. I'm the only person in my church who's not a retired colonel or lieutenant colonel in the military. Seriously. It's like a VFW meeting at church every Sunday. And so, yeah, a friend of mine said, hey, listen, there's some shit going on at the White House. I said, yeah, what are you hearing? He said, we really are going to attack Iran. And
Is this a CIA guy or no? Is this
I should probably protect his
just if it's military or intelligence?
military.
Military, okay. got it.
Military.
And he said
Yeah.
we're probably going to be attacking on Monday.
And I said, well, wait a minute. I said, I've been really hedging my language here. And what I've been saying, this is what I told him. What I've been saying is one of the very first lessons that I learned at the CIA is that if you want to determine American military intentions, watch naval movements. We can fly troops out all over the place. It doesn't make any difference. If you're going to send an entire aircraft carrier strike group, you mean business. If you're going to send 2 of them, you're going to war. And we sent 2. And that was the determination I made.
Interesting. So that was given to you. Is this it, Rob?
Yes, sir.
Go for it.
I have a friend, former CIA officer, who was at the White House this morning talking to his friends. And he says that a decision has been made to attack Iran on Monday or Tuesday. The president yesterday gave the Iranians 10 days to accept our proposals for an end to their ballistic missile program, an end to their uranium enrichment program. And
It's pretty wild. So let me ask you, when normally, because you're in the community and people talk, right? Like I'm in the financial industry. I was no longer. I sold my company almost 4 years ago.
You still
People
have
talk,
friends?
for
Yeah.
sure. So when that happens, because there's 2 different ways of leaking information. The one information is leaking where it's like, talk about it, drop it. One information is, John, please don't say this to anybody else.
right.
Which one was this?
I think this was, please don't say this to anybody else, to him.
To him.
Because this was real military planning. He panicked and said something to me. But you're exactly right. There are 2 different kinds of leaks. First of all, the White House and the Pentagon leak like a sieve. but usually those leaks are authorized leaks. Let's get an idea what public opinion's going to be.
That's right.
Let's just see what the networks say
That's right.
if we do X.
Yep.
I'm back, chat.
That's not what this
That's been happening for decades. This is
Oh my
just
God,
don't tell
yes.
anybody, and you ended up sharing it, and then ended up being right. So the guy, and this isn't Joe Kent that you were talking.
Oh, no. I've
Joe
never
don't
met
have
Joe Kent.
you and Joe don't have a relationship.
No.
That would be an interesting podcast of the two of you guys.
I would
talking to
enjoy
one
that
another.
very much.
Because-
you know what I did, as soon as he went public, I called a producer that I know, and I said, any chance you have Joe Kent's contact information? Because I'm a member of this group called Veteran Intelligence Professionals for Sanity, VIPS, and we wanted to give him it's called the Sam Adams Award for Integrity and Intelligence. And so she sent me his info, and we gave him the award.
Beautiful.
But I've never spoken to the man.
So what do you think where we are now? So if that was then that this is happening, is there any talks today of this coming to an end? Because there was supposed to be a ceasefire. All right, let's do ceasefire. I don't know if both sides committed to the full ceasefire, but let's just say it was a cease-ish fire that they did.
Okay, so I was so pissed off that I couldn't comment. I texted a little bit. Comment on this. Okay, this is like one chatter said. This is like listening in on a retirement home, a conversation in a retirement home. Did this man just snitch on his source in the government? I think he snitched. Oh my God, that's number one. So guy snitches. Also, guy who has been saying that we're going to invade Iran any second now for like 6 months. Yes. Oh, wow. And this dude drops what maybe is the absolute peak.
Sides committed to the full ceasefire, but let's just say it was a cease-ish fire.
He really thought he cooked there. Cease-ish fire. I'm cis-ish. How was your poop from 1 to 10? 1. Explosive diarrhea. Very bad shit. Very bad shit, literally. Yeah, it's very bad. My God, brother. I am having a wild day, my friend. Sick as a bitch.
That they did. Yes,
Snitch on who? He didn't say the name outright. Says that he has people in the government that tell him state secrets, and they meet all the time in a specific church that he goes to. Don't have to say a person's name, basically. Snitching is saying that people from a particular institution talk. Also revealing your sources. Profoundly unethical.
yesterday at 4.
Millionaire big game hunter trampled to death by 5 elephants. Oh my God, dude. The father of or some shit. Oh, you didn't turn Mask Man on? Ah, shit, Mask Man. Can you see that Mask Man actually has glasses? But when the thing is on, he doesn't. I can't stand up again, my friend. I will turn him on. 30 minutes to sub only for the rest of the stream until I see 4,800 subs. I think we can do 4,800, Jan. Oilers, individual taxpayers. Today is a weird day, but we can get through it. Give me laxatives. Give me oil. Lube me up because trust me, I need it. I have no hydration in this body.
45 in the morning, our time. Iran attacks 3 ships. They seized 2 of them. One is from Panama. I think one of them's from Greece, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it is.
So they take that, and then President Trump is like, the ceasefire is continuing indefinitely. What does that really mean? The negotiations are going back and forth. Where do you think we are today?
I think the situation is unique because Donald Trump is president. Donald Trump has this innate ability to spin things better than any previous president, I believe. I could actually see Donald Trump saying in a nationally televised announcement, we won, it's all over, we're coming home. I could see that happening. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but I could see it ending that way. Now, with that said, I think that this is one of those times where we need to let the diplomats do what they're trained to do. We have not made great use of the Omanis. We've not made great use of the Qataris or the Algerians. I mean, these are all countries that we work through over the course of decades to carry out diplomatic communications with Iran. I think the bottom line is we have one idea of what we want from Iran, but the Israelis have a different idea. You notice, for example, the president announces a ceasefire in Lebanon, and boom, 24 hours later, the Israelis bomb. It's because
This is such a preset interview. It's incredible. Completely scripted. Holy shit.
we have competing interests. You know, there's this old saying in Washington, there's no such thing as permanent friends, just permanent interests. Well, our interests diverge with those of the Israelis on some of these issues, specifically Iran and Lebanon. So I think really, Patrick, the
are
bottom
you
line
value tamed? Are you gonna say anything, bitch boy?
is at the end of this, we're going to end up with something that looks very much like the JCPOA. And we're just going to say, we won. It's all over. We have this agreement. Peace is at hand. I think the real sticking point is going to be what to do with the uranium that's already been enriched, even if it's only 60% or 80% or whatever it is it happens to be. The American position is that they have to give it to us. The old position was they could transfer it to China, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia. We've changed our position on that. It has to come to us. They won't send it to us. That's going to be a sticking point. But otherwise, you know what? I think that this conflict has also brought to light some American weaknesses. And
Oh,
I
you
the
think
most
so? You think so? You think invading a country, starting a war, and then fumbling the bag so much you cause the world's greatest fuel crisis in history? Maybe I call that pretty weak, yeah. But even if we put military might to the side, or strategic ingenuity on the side, or the fact that the world is adapting to tried and tested American means of imperialist outreach. More importantly, the United States of America has dissuaded any ally from considering it to be worth it stand on the side of the United States of America when it comes to long-term benefits potentially outweighing long-term losses. In my opinion, that's the main thing that the Iran war has done. It has brought to light that particular contradiction. The fact that the United States of America is not what it used to be, and that signing a, to be honest, deal with the devil doesn't pay as much and actually carries very real risks. And the Gulf states are a perfect example of that. What was supposed to be an incredibly safe bet, let them build a couple of bases, abandon your sovereignty, but then you get to sell oil wherever you want, and you get protection from the Yankees. Not protection, you get legitimacy for the Yankees. That used to be the contract you signed. Nothing bad can happen. Well, some soldiers being deployed, planes, drunk soldiers. Well, apparently it is. So every time they, every time a country thinks about allowing the U.S. boot to spread its proverbial legs on its own territory, I'll think twice, 3 times, or 5 times.
important one is that the conflict has pushed the Iranians deeper into the embrace of China, Russia, and India. All 4 of them are BRICS countries. We also know that there are rumblings of a unified BRICS currency. It's probably 30 years down the road, but it's going to happen one of these days. I think this conflict is going to make
Probably will, yeah.
it happen a little bit more quickly. And that's going to further weaken the United States. So if, for example, the international community either drops the petrodollar or begins buying oil in yuan, we're screwed. It's going to have a long-term deleterious effect on the American economy. And I think that this conflict pushed things in that direction.
Yeah, and behind closed doors, China apparently got caught sending a ship
Yeah.
where the president said they send them a gift. What's in the gift? Well, it's secret. I can't tell you what's in the gift, but it was what? Chemical, missile, weapons, kind of helping them out to have some missiles to defend themselves.
That's right.
So, we've always known they've been close because when China signed that 25-year deal with Iran, I don't know what the number was, $400 billion, $300 billion. It was a big number. We've always seen them being close and Iran being close to Russia because Iran would sell their, is it Shavit drones, the drones that they make?
They pump those drones out like nobody's
20,000 a
business.
pop.
Jesus, this is the most basic fucking show on the planet. It's like listening to two guys from my neighborhood talking about stuff. It's so basic. It is lukewarm take after lukewarm take. I was so excited to make the whole stream about this, but I don't think I can. So, incredibly, Guy Clinton's White House. This might be interesting.
From the White House, the president's going to come to Greece. We ask, the ambassador asked him, it was Nick Burns at the time, please don't come on the 17th of November because 17 November is the name of the big terrorist group that's active in Greece because that's the day that the...
Oh my God, more Greece. Did you guys know this guy was Greek? You know that he's Greek and he goes to the Greek Orthodox Church where he meets with Greek Orthodox American patriots. Monks and Turkish coffee houses would fold these motherfuckers. Random cab driver would fold these.
That the military attacked the Athens Polytechnic University, killed dozens of students. He comes right on the 17th of November. It's like the worst possible day of the year. But anyway, the ambassador had us pull jobs out of a hat. Like literally he had a hat and with jobs written on scraps of paper. I was the luckiest guy, hit the lottery that day. I pulled out, my job was to be the note taker in the president's meeting with the prime minister. So the meeting is at the Intercontinental Hotel in the presidential...
Revolutionary Organization, 17th of November, is also known as 17N, Greek Marxist-Leninist Urban Guerrilla Organization. It is, of course, he's going to call them terrorists. It is named after the Athens Polytechnic Uprising, formed in 1975 and led by Alexandros Giotopoulos. 17N conducted an extensive urban guerrilla campaign of left-wing violence against the Greek state, banks, and businesses. The organization committed 103 known armed robberies, assassinations, and bombing attacks, during which 23 people were killed. Classic Cold War guerrilla tactics, okay? The organization, I can't believe I didn't know about 17th of November. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. The organization is also known for targeting American, British, and other foreign diplomats and military personnel, particularly in retribution against the United States for its support of the coup d'etat and the dictatorship known as the regime of the colonels. Their demands have included the removal of American military bases in Greece, the removal of Turkish military forces from northern Cyprus, and the withdrawal of Greece from NATO and the European Union. Very interesting organization.
Suite, almost the entire time.
Apparently very terroristic. Terrorism? Why is it very terrorism? Get some base for 17th November. Now I'm interested. 17th of November. I love you, chat. Thank you for sticking with me when I'm literally melting on chat. Melting live. 17th of November. Oh, he loves yapping about AI generated.
Κατά της τρομοκρατικής οργάνωσης 17 μηνή εμπλοκή και άλλων ατόμων καθώς και ο βαθμός.
Let's forget about Greece being a Cold War dictatorship. I mean, World War II didn't end for the Greeks when World War II ended for everybody else. British and the West in general went and crushed the very liberation fighters of Greece out of fear that it would also be swept up in the Yugoslav and Soviet red banner. They had a counter-insurgency, counter-revolution. I wouldn't even call it a counter-revolution. They just had a puppet government installed that would serve the interests of the West and the capitalist bloc. That's it. Completely decapitated it. It was very disgusting. To this day, the Greeks have arguably the best organized and largest, one of the largest communist movements on the entire continent. Sure, they might be icky for some Western leftists, sometimes understandably so, because Greece has its own particular conditions and social norms. But they are rather organized and rather radical. Very, 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 very interesting to me. I like the Greeks. I really like the Greeks. I know a Greek. Oh, I'm going to be a snitch. I know a Greek communist coke dealer. That is fucking legendary. He's more of an anarchist. Whatever. Has this like hardcore cigarette voice. He's bigger than a wardrobe. He's like fat and strong. He's like fucking slaps you, your fucking head flies off. He comes to me like, what was it, 2 months ago, and he's like, I lost my second job, man. It sucks. I gotta do my number one job more. And I'm like, ah, shit, what? Like, no more material is coming in? And he's like, no, that's not my second job, dude. That's my main job. I lost the call center shit. I think he was doing shit as a front. Anarchist cop. Drug dealer. Cocaine dealer. Not cop. Did I say cop? Dealer, or the opposite of a cop. Sells narcotics. No, they just misheard you. Quite the kid. Raging alcoholic. But like a hyper-productive raging alcoholic. I don't think I've ever seen him drunk. I don't hang out with this guy. Don't mind you. Like, I don't know him that well. We just find each other sometimes in the same bar.
As far back,
he's very lovable. He just always just really wants to give you coke, and I don't do drugs, man. I mean, except ethanol. I really don't. Really not my thing. I'm not judging you if you enjoy your shit, brother. This is the degenerate left here. But he just really insists. Comrade, come on. Little bit of coke. Oh.
as I could remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. Even before I first wandered into the cab stand for an after-school job, I knew I wanted to be a gangster. To me, it meant being a gangster. They weren't like anybody else. I mean, they did whatever they wanted. They called the cops. That's what the FBI could never understand. That what Paulie and the organization does is go to the cops. That's it. There were guys, that's all they did. All day long was call the cops. And that's what it's all about. Jimmy Conway. He couldn't have been more than 9 at the time, but he was already 11. Keep coming. See, Jimmy was one of the most feared Jimmys in the city. I mean, he was 16. What he really loved to do was call the cops. They called him Jimmy the Jimmy.
Tommy,
Help the lady.
Pretty
Jimmy's
funny,
loved them. They used to tip them off about the really good Jimmys. And of course, everybody got a Jimmy. There was Jimmy and Tommy and me. And then there was Mo Black's brother, Fat Andy. And then there was Pete the Killer, who was Fat Andy. Then you had Sally Balls' brother, Fat Andy. And Jimmy Two Times, who got that nickname because he said everything twice, like,
I'm gonna go get the papers.
to us, those goody good people.
That was a masterful gambit, sir. He cut the 2 times guy from saying the thing 2 times. That was actually like extremely intelligent and creative. That was actually, wow. I rarely get surprised. That was impressive.
People who worked goody good jobs for goody good paychecks and who took the shitty subway to shitty work every shitty day, worried about their goody good bills, were dead. And they suck balls. If we wanted something, we just called the cops.
Speaking of cops, protect me from the police. Support the show. We don't have ads. We don't have sponsors. We are 100% tired and with diarrhea. And you should support us because like this, run on your hard-earned dime. Consider making another Chatters a day better by giving them a sub. Subscribe yourself individually. Or if it makes you feel better, pay those goddamn taxes, brother. Let's get back to that 5,000 so that we can tap ourselves on the shoulder and say, oh my God, we're a big stream. We're such a large stream with 5,000 subscribers. Absolutely insane. So thank you for your consideration. If you have a Prime, go check if you have a Prime now. If you do, drop it on my bussy. Open up my hormusi. Hi, Ugo, I'm too drunk. I say enough of a shit, but try. Thank you for your time. Thank you. You actually do sound pretty fucking drunk. Oh, fuck, I said TY twice. Pretty funny. What's up? I don't think so. Frequent this guy's chat sometimes. Does he stream? Does this guy stream? Very tall Bart streams? The fuck? Bing pow! Pow ping! 10 minutes to 4,800 subs, or it's sub only for the rest of the stream. Jesus Christ. Comrade K, thank you for the Prime, my friend. I mean, you're really asking for a lot. You're asking for 70 subs. I mean, crazier things have happened, but can you hear Barry? Bing, pow, pow, thanks for the Prime, my friend. Pow, ping. Bing, pow. Every time I see Joe Pesci, I remember this actual other gangster guy got killed. He was exactly like Joe Pesci. Sounded like Joe Pesci. He was incredibly... Fuck. Where's this point? He was incredibly short. He always carried a knife. Nice guy. I mean, as nice as you can be as a professional criminal, but dead, they all get fucking... Man. Ido Netanyahu has a lecture in Zagreb. Seriously? Let's go, dude. Let's go. I'm a big fan. The fuck is Ido gonna fucking... An Israeli physician, author, and playwright. He is the younger brother of Benjamin Netanyahu. But do we know... Is he shit or is he based? I don't fucking know. Try not to give guilt by association. I wish Joe Pesci was my gangster uncle. You're a funny guy. He would always laugh. Like, he was very short and he always go, ah! He would laugh like that. Nice guy. He was seen going into an S-Class in a parking lot outside of the city. Outside of the city, like next to a mall outside of the city, completely tinted S-Class. And they went up into the hills and he was never found again. They found the car torched and that's it. They'll probably never even find him. Mr. Yogo, you are right. I am not a gangster, my friend. Never pretended to be one. As someone who knows quite a few, I am definitely not.
And it's Clinton, Secretary of State Albright, National Security Advisor Berger, the ambassador, and me. And for the Greeks, it was the prime minister, the defense minister, the foreign minister, and the Greek note taker. So we go there. There was a table almost the whole length of the room, just covered in food and coffee and tea and drinks, and anything your heart desired was there. So everybody comes in and they sit down. I'm standing against one wall with my notebook. The Greek note taker is standing against the opposite wall with his notebook. And the president says to the prime minister, can I offer you a cup of coffee, a tea, something to eat? No. And this one says no.
President offered a prime minister.
Yeah. And then he turns to me and he says, may I offer you something to eat? I said, oh, no, thank you, Mr. President. I'm good. And he goes, oh, are you with me? And I said,
I got it.
I said, yes, sir, I'm with you. And he said, I thought you were Greek. And I said, I kind of am, but I'm not, but I'm with you. So
Okay.
I'm ready
This
to take
entire
notes.
show is the world is polarized. There is war, and did you know that I'm Greek? By the way, did you know that I'm Greco? Let's talk about gamba because I love it.
When will the next recession start? Is Earth flat? Will the big JC come back before GTA 6? Will Elon send Kai Cenat to space?
Yo, chat!
For centuries, man has toiled over the
Yo, chat! Where's my oil? Never before in recorded history had such vast masses of people lived in such savagely deteriorated environment, ugly, informed, debased in content. Nature and the purpose of the city had been completely forgotten. Wow. Very beautiful. Learn about the city. Sounds fun. I talked about
Once
gamba
upon a
tonight.
time, I almost called this YouTube channel some variation of Urbis Historia. That was for a reason. The history of the city and the history of human civilization are spiritually and definitionally linked. As cities change, everything about human society
I've had this on the list for days. Well, didn't pitch it right.
must change with them. This makes cities the apex of human achievement. They are the greatest things that humans ever invented. And because
I'm
of
fucking
this,
with you.
the consequences of the mismanagement of cities can be catastrophic. But before the invention of cities, the apex of human achievement was the village. Beginning in the Neolithic period, or the Late Stone Age, humans began to shift away from a nomadic hunter-gatherer lifestyle and towards a lifestyle centered around seasonal and then permanent villages that were fixed geographically. Fixed is really the key word here. Archaeologists have determined that once these villages reached a sustainable size, they stopped growing and could persist unchanging for potentially thousands of years. In practice, these unchanging villages settled at no fewer than 12 families and no more than 60. This remarkable stability meant that Neolithic villages had millennia to mature, and as they matured, they generally settled on the same design.
Okay, basically a village is a place that does not expand its territory continuously. A city is a place that continuously expands. So is that the thesis? It's a decent thesis because that actually is a big differentiator, I guess.
Even more remarkable
So how do you define, extension is also relatively subjective.
is the fact that the physical design of Neolithic villages
What is a town then? A town is like the middle class. It doesn't exist.
tended to naturally produce the same type of government, a council of elders,
I'm fucking around. Let's see, let's learn.
which ruled by consensus. Villages were just like that for thousands of years. But then, in the late Neolithic period, a series of major technological breakthroughs suddenly increased crop yields tenfold. Now, for the first time ever, these tiny, sustainable villages were flooded with massive food surpluses. The generations living through this transformational era quite suddenly became the wealthiest people who had ever lived. But the wealth created an entirely new and unforeseen class of problems. The food surplus caused an immediate population boom, and before you knew it, the first cities were born. The archaeological record for these first cities tells us something really counterintuitive. Despite the tenfold increase in food production, the people who lived in these new cities actually had a worse diet than the people who lived in the old Neolithic villages. More food, but a worse diet. Huh? There are two reasons for this. First, the explosion in food production was largely limited to 3 to 5 crops, so there was more food to go around, but the food that most people got to eat was basically bread and porridge. It wasn't nutritious at all. Second, to the extent that there was nutritious food, it went to a growing class of non-agricultural workers. As the population boomed,
Good food went
it went to a growing class of
rich people. The commodification of nutrition, commonly talked about by socialists as the market's ability to turn any naturally given bounty, which belongs to all man, especially those who reap it through their labor, but also all man who, in return for the labor of reaping nature's bounty, receive an adequate compensation. The market's ability to turn it into something that can be turned over specifically for profit, which can then lead to a snowball effect of capital generating more capital, and therefore commodification of more and more of the so-called commons. Jesus, guys, I'm very sick. I gotta end the stream. I feel like shit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. This was absolutely lovely. You guys are awesome, but I tried, but I'm gonna lay down and I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, my bad. We'll watch this tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow at around, now it's like 7:30 for me, my friends. Tomorrow at 5. So we'll see you tomorrow at 5. So like 2 hours and a half before.
agriculture.
Hope I feel better. Okay, many kisses. Bye-bye, guys. You're the best. Thank you for your patience.